Welcome to Team Fortress 2. After 9 years in development, hopefully it will have been worth the wait. Thanks, and have fun.
Good evening, everyone. As you've seen from today's intro, we're looking at the underrated history of Team Fortress Classic's development and changes. It's been quite a while, but from this video, you can assume content will now be back uploading at a normal pace once again. I have a lot in the works currently, and to that, I'm hoping all of you will enjoy what I have in store very soon. I would also like to announce my Discord server I am running, and a Minecraft server I set up for the people in the Discord. If you're interested, come join and chat with us. With this out of the way, let's get back to the topic at hand. Team Fortress Classic is the original prequel to Team Fortress 2, keeping the same mechanics as an online multiplayer first-person shooter. It was originally developed by Valve and published by Sierra Studios. This was so long ago that Valve did not publish their own games through Steam. Team Fortress Classic was actually before Steam's time, seeing the platform was originally released in 2003 and TF Classic in 1999. Did you know that Team Fortress Classic was also first developed for Quake, not Counter-Strike? To learn more about this, we have to travel back to 1996. Before Team Fortress Classic, there was still another, simply called Team Fortress. A video game mod based on the Quake engine, developed by Robin Walker, John Cook, and Ian Colley. The popularity of this mod skyrocketed to a point where multiple spin-off mods were being made and rebranded, eventually to where Valve soon saw opportunity in the company Crosshair. Reaching out to the three who worked on Team Fortress, they were given jobs to work on their mod in the Half-Life engine, Gold Source. The success of this then led to a full-fledged game, the one we all know today. John, Ian, and Robin are currently all executive staff at Valve and still represent a major leadership for Team Fortress 2. Though it seems Ian has gone largely off the grid from the community, whereas John and Robin have attended multiple community events to celebrate the vast fanbase of Team Fortress. Although it is not as popular as Team Fortress Classic, Team Fortress still gets a small amount of players dedicated to the fanbase. Originally, Team Fortress Classic was not even going to be called TFC. They were going to call it Team Fortress 2 Brotherhood of Arms, until Valve suggested otherwise and the plans changed. Team Fortress 2 Brotherhood of Arms originally was in development for about a year and was centered around the same concept of Counter-Strike, but in a more Call of Duty-like fashion with heavy military themes. As a result of the change, they scrapped the idea and then instead turned to refining the original Team Fortress into the Team Fortress Classic we're all familiar with. Team Fortress Classic carries the same torch as Team Fortress 2 does, with every concept being about the same. Two or sometimes more teams compete in a variety of game modes, with players having options of 10 classes. Each class has its own ability, and a majority of the functions rely on teamwork to succeed and win against your opponents. Servers can run capture the flag maps, where it's basically what it sounds like, having to escort the enemy's flag to their own base while preventing the opposing team from doing the same. These servers also have control point maps, just like Team Fortress 2, where either any several command points are captured in standard mode, or in attack and defend maps, where players capture points in a sequence while the others defend. Next is the escort game mode, a cut feature in TF2, where players would be split into three teams: a VIP, the bodyguards, and the assassins. The goal of these escort maps is for the bodyguards to escort the VIP to a given point, while the assassins try and kill him before he arrives there. As I previously stated, the game mode has 10 standard classes. Each one has a unique weapon and secondary weapon. The Scout is still the fastest class in the game, with low health. He carries a nail gun in this version of Team Fortress, and concussion grenades to slow enemies. In this version of the game, he sports shades and a full military suit along with a backpack. The soldier is slow, but has better health and has rockets, which can be very useful due to his splash damage. Rocket jumping has also been an element in TFC and would be used often by players to get up to higher places like on 2 Fort's Sniper Overlook. The character is seen wearing a helmet, a tactical vest, a full jumpsuit, and face paint. The pyro is equipped with a flamethrower, and to my surprise, an incendiary rocket launcher, both making enemies light on fire. The pyro here also makes a huge difference, wearing a hazmat suit with a much wider visor, still in the shape of a gas mask. This, as well as carrying a much larger pack for the flamethrower and a tactical vest. The Demo Man, armed with a grenade launcher, as well as a pipe bomb launcher for trapping places, is about the same as the second game in terms of loadout. Here, instead of the old drunken man we know today, we're given a whole new distinct look. The merc we see now is wearing a helmet with a visor on, as well as the coveted tactical vest, but with some grenade pouches. The Heavy is equipped with a classic minigun, and that's about it. It's significantly slower than the other classes, and is used as a tank. Here, he's shown as a pretty beefy muscle guy. For lack of clothing here, he sports some sort of beret, goggles, and a tactical vest, and a tank top. The Engineer is equipped with the ability to build structures, like the sentry guns, dispensers, or teleporters. They can also replenish a teammate's armor by tapping them with their spanner. The standard loadout is just a shotgun and EMP grenades. Unlike the second game, the Engineer cannot pick up what he puts down, making whatever you do a permanent decision. Here, he's wearing a vest, a dress shirt, and the classic yellow hard hat. I can't tell much new compared to the TF2 Engineer besides the goggles. The medic has a nail gun of concussion grenades and a medkit that can be used to heal teammates, or, interesting enough, expose enemies to a contagious infection that drains health. Compared to the look of a surgeon, the medic is distinct in appearance, wearing some sort of respirator on the mouth with a helmet and a vest marking him as a medic, with some bands on the arms. The sniper has his age-old sniper rifle, and still remains a distant class. There's not much going for him besides his look. Here, he's wearing full camo with a black and white tactical suit with a hood to conceal his head, along with wearing black face paint. The spy has the ability to disguise as other classes, like in other games. He still keeps a knife which can one-shot by stabbing them in the back, as well as a tranquilizer gun to slow down opponents, as well as hallucination gas to confuse people. Even though the spy cannot cloak, he can feign his death like the Deathringer can in Team Fortress 2. The merc is wearing a black tactical suit with the familiar balaclava with a night vision camera over the left eye. The mercs from TFC have made quite a few appearances in the official Team Fortress comics as well, to a point where they've become subsided in the main plot for a while. Here, they look drastically different from their original styles as well as from their TF2 counterparts. Scout has mostly stayed the same other than dropping the hat for a hood and growing out facial hair. The Soldier has experienced some heavy changes, dropping the face paint and helmet for a larger beard, a headband, and a sleeveless shirt with a tactical vest. Pyro more or less is about the same except for the fact they appear to be a lot shorter and much wider. It seems the tactical vest was also dropped. Demoman looks the same across Team Fortress Classic in the comics with the same gear and visor. Heavy as well, seeing the only change here is aging. Not much is going on so far. Engineer on the other hand seems to have experienced the heaviest of changes, with his bottom torso missing entirely from view, replaced with robot legs. He seems to have also gained quite a bit of weight and dropped the vest. The medic isn't present at all here, presumably killed or just retired. There's a photo of him here though, unaged, with the other mercs. The sniper has changed a lot in his development, leaving his camo behind entirely, with no face paint. Instead, a formal winter jacket, and he seems to have grown out his beard. The spy is in the group of mercs who haven't changed at all either, seeing his outfit and gear has stayed about the same. I think this covers it for the history of TFC. Hopefully this was a good short summary of what's been going on all of these years with TF2's original prequel. As I said at the beginning of the video, I have a lot in store for more content, so make sure to stick around. I also want to wish everyone a very happy Halloween. I hope you learned something new from this video, and if you have any questions or if you want to see anything specific, I'd love to see and respond in the comments below. So thanks for watching and have a safe day.